I've learned that, and I continue to learn that my discomfort is a good thing. It's a way of helping me slow down and pay attention to what's going on. And often it's a marker of change in my life, where I recognize, okay, we're done here. You know, it's time to go a different direction, or it's time to adjust, because whatever sort of quadrant I'm in is no longer fitting. I've outgrown this space. I've outgrown this mindset. I've outgrown my current situation. So this is just a gentle reminder to you to stay with that discomfort. Examine where exactly you're not comfortable and why. Our knee-jerk response to discomfort is just to try to get out of it, or to silence it, to suppress it. But discomfort is, in some aspects, I won't say in all, but in some aspects, discomfort is that inner voice telling you it's okay to move on. And you need to be able to decipher whether that voice is like, okay, it's time to move on, or, you know, this is just a temporary phase, period, that you have to get through until you can get adjusted. But we only know what that voice is. We can only be clear about what that voice is if we listen to it, if we stop to listen to it instead of just trying to aid it with something, silence it. So I'm going to encourage you today to sit with that discomfort, acknowledge it, acknowledge that you're not comfortable. And then sit with it long enough to recognize if it's a discomfort from it being new and you just being out of your comfort zone and needing to give the situation time for you to relax into it and find your place in it and, you know, find your purpose in it. Find what position you like, you know, being in that situation. Decipher if it's that, or if it's a discomfort from you outgrowing a space, or you outgrowing a job, a position, and your body just responding in a way that's like, we're done. I don't want to do this anymore. We're done. In my younger days, that would be enough for me to quit and go on. But at this time in my life, when those feelings come up and I feel we're done, it's like, okay, well then I need to start exploring where we go from here before I make a move. I need to start exploring, you know, what lights me up inside now, or where I feel called now. and then asking God to guide me, take me on a journey to get there, you know. If we're talking about discomfort with illness, I think, and I can only speak from my own experience, that discomfort from illness is our bodies telling us that something is out of balance. And sometimes those physical ailments come from an imbalance, an emotional imbalance, right? Or maybe some sort of trauma that's happened to our bodies. And our bodies are these really amazing things that they do indeed keep score. They keep memory of any and everything that has happened in our lives to us, whether our doing or someone else's. Our bodies know, and they hold on to those things, especially if those things haven't been processed out of our bodies. I remember when I was having, and I still do, because there's still so much work on my left side for some reason, but I was having a series of illnesses that were attacking my left side. And it wasn't all at once. It would be like, oh, okay, it's a left kidney. Oh, okay, it's a left ureter. Oh, okay, it's my left ear. My left this, my left that. There was a whole lot of left side issues. And you know, the way my brain works, I'm like, okay, let me Google left side issues. Like, what does that mean? And you know, it took me down a road of traditional Chinese medicine and how one side of our body is masculine, the other feminine. I'm talking about energy here. And how, you know, left side issues can be mother wounds, or right side issues can be father wounds. I don't know which one, but one or the other, you know, issues if you've had with, you know, one parent more than the other or whatever, deficits. Anyways, our body can create issues depending on emotional wounds that we have that are held in our body that haven't been processed. And that's the amazingness of how beautifully our bodies are wired to our other bodies, our energetic body, our emotional body. Like, they're all synced, or they're all one. And if one is off, you're going to feel it in another body. And when it's been ignored so long or has not been acknowledged, it usually manifests in our physical body. And so a lot of times we go attacking the physical body straight away, right? Trying to figure out what's wrong there. And it's like a lot of it is from our energetic, our emotional bodies. Things we've sat on, things we haven't said, you know, things we've felt that we didn't say. You know, issues of pride, self-esteem, all of these things, worry, all of these things can be attached to organs in our body. And if we haven't addressed those things on an emotional level, in therapy, you know, spiritually, then they manifest. The only way they can really truly get your attention is once they hit your body physically, right? even if the real reason is not a physical body reason, it's a more of an unseen reason with our emotions and traumatic experiences. So of course, if I'm going to give any recommendations, if we're talking about physical ailments, Reiki, energy healing, can be a great modality for people who are struggling with some type of physical ailment that they just can't seem to part ways with, that keeps returning. Whether it's your toe hurting or your knee aching or your shoulder or whatever, a lot of times is energy that's stuck there from past pain, heartbreaks, trauma, disappointments, any and everything. So yeah, Reiki, Qigong, I feel is amazing. Qigong works with the body's energy through like slow movements. And it helps you create balance in the body. It helps you cycle out old energy and create an overall flow in your body, in your body's rhythm. And that did wonders for me. Massage, if you want something more relaxing, massage is a great tool that can help you work out old energy. Anyways, I went off on a tangent on here, but you get what I'm saying. Go deeper with your discomfort before you take a pill or take something to just relieve it and move on with life. And I'm guilty of it myself. I'm going through some current discomforts in my body, and my knee-jerk response is like, well, I got to get on with life. I have to keep going. I have to keep XYZ. So I can't really tend to this the way maybe I want to. I just need it to stop. But I'm having this moment of clarity as I sit here and record this for you guys, and just, sometimes you just have to take a breath and say, okay, well, what is it? Why do I feel anxious? Why do I feel overwhelmed? Why do I feel stressed out? Like, what's my current situation? What's going on in my current situation that's making me, feel this? And maybe I'll stop feeling like this once I actually address what's going on in my life that I'm unhappy with, or I'm uncomfortable with, or frustrated with, or whatever. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. And, there's no normal intro on this. I just really wanted to be in the moment when I hit record here, and a lot of times that's how it happens. I'm sitting here meditating or talking to God or talking to myself, and things come out, and hopefully they're helpful things to someone today. Sit with your discomfort, please. Ask questions, listen to what comes up. And if you're one of those that has trouble with listening, like I am, start with a short, maybe 5-minute guided meditation. There's so many of them available on YouTube that are so helpful. And it'll help kind of curate in you this routine of just breathing, getting yourself to breathe. And eventually that time that you're able to sit will get longer and longer, but it takes time, it takes work, and it takes willingness. And I I feel like I'm such a different person in meditation, in my ability to sit and just be with God, from a year of just, practicing. I'm far from a master a year in, but practicing has helped me so much, and it's made it so much easier for me to connect with God or feel connected to God. All right, fam. I'll leave it here for now. Until next time.